Check.
Blank check.
That's a movie, I think. No, I know what it is. A kid's riding his bike, and a rich dude hits him and gives him a blank check, and I think he writes it for $1 million, and it actually works as he cashes it.
Yep.
I feel like that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Okay.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the P-Funk and Fro Show. This is episode 38. My name is Austin Flume, and with me, as always,
Anthony Gorman.
We're going to talk about pound cake.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about pound cake.
I can't believe I woke up this morning and expected not to talk about pound cake.
That certainly didn't happen.
Yeah. I
We're
was
about
like,
to-
this is a pound cake day.
So, yeah, I made a pound cake for a project once in community college in my sociology class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was that for again?
We had to... We had to make a dessert based on our heritage.
That's yeah.
So I mean, the teacher was like one of those teachers that's just like, "Oh, you're doing such a good job." It doesn't even matter as long as you're trying and you seem genuine and convincing. She'll believe you and give you a great grade. So I found this really tangentially German cake that was a pound cake that you make in a bunt pan, like bunt with a DT at the end.
Yeah.
And I made it and brought it in and put whipped cream and strawberries on top, and it was delicious.
Yeah, that sounds really delicious.
It was so good.
It's like one of the more denser cakes.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, one of the more weighty cakes.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I mean, like pound cakes are very heavy inherently.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Hence the name.
Blunt. No, I'm just kidding.
Pound.
Oh, I thought you said you went blunt pound cake.
No.
Kidding.
Anyway, so yeah. When's the last time you had a pound cake? Do you remember even?
Oh, I couldn't even remember. I couldn't tell you. If someone said, "I'll give you $5 million," if you remember just the realm or even the setting of
the
last
era.
time you had pound cake.
You have no idea.
And I would not be able to do it.
Have you ever even had a pound cake?
Yeah.
All right.
That's how I know they're dense.
All right, well, so pound cakes, it's random, right? Random topic, but it actually perfectly transitions into my first topic. That
Really?
So I did it, like I said, because I was investigating my German heritage, right?
Okay.
So that's actually something I've been doing recently.
Like online or what?
Yeah.
Just because you're bored? I mean, I did it in college, but that was just because I was bored. But,
yeah. So as some may know, if they've listened to every episode
of
the podcast, I'm German, pretty much completely through. Both sides, almost completely German from both sides. And my dad wants to go to Germany, back to where my family is from this summer.
And that's why your last name is P-Funk. Okay.
Yeah. That's why exactly. P-Funk is German. There's a town in Germany called P-Funkery.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, before we go to Germany, he wants to make sure that he knows, like, this is definitely where we're from, right? Because we don't want to go to some German boat
you're planning
town.
a trip to Germany.
Yeah, an actual trip. Because we don't want to get there and be like, oh, we're not actually... Because that would suck a whole lot.
That makes sense, yeah.
So we've been doing research and figuring out, like, definitively, this is our heritage, these are the people we're from. We haven't gotten super deep into it yet, but I did make a realization recently that's going to make my research a lot easier.
Really? What is that?
Yes. So if you have a library card, and this is a public service announcement to everyone that wants to investigate their heritage, if you have a library card, specifically for the Cincinnati Public Library, I know,
downtown.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure it works for most major libraries. So if you live in a major metropolitan area,
and it's got to be a big one.
It probably doesn't even have to be a big one, but
really? Okay.
I'm not sure. I haven't investigated small libraries, but
okay.
If you have a library card, there's a good chance that you'll have access to like Heritage Quest or Ancestry.com for free.
Whoa, that comes with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's I've always kind of wanted to do one of those bigger sites because I feel like they'd pull back more information, but it's just cost prohibitive. Not that it's really expensive. It's just like, do I really want to spend, what is it, $15, $20?
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
And they have free trials and stuff, but really, like, how much can you do in a month?
Yeah. Plus, I feel like they'd hold things back till you pay.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know.
True. But yeah, so I was looking into it, and you can just go to the library's website and sign in with your library card, and you get a bunch of these different things for free, and you can start looking stuff up. The only thing is you have to be physically in the library to use Ancestry.com, which is like whatevs. Just plan a trip to the library. Yeah. But it's freaking crazy because all this stuff, I had no idea.
Didn't know that, yeah.
You get so much with a library card that I did not realize.
Oh, yeah, you can do like movies and video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
you
it video
can.
games? I'm not
There's at some libraries.
Yeah.
Because Tyler always talks about getting video games.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
my mom used to get movies all the time from there, like, but they're in like the hard DVD, obviously, Blu-ray things.
Yeah, I used to get like the old history DVDs with like cartoons because I don't know,
like the Settlers Go West or what?
Well, it was I remember this like specific like series of cartoons about history that I would get from a library, and it's centered on different historical figures. You know, that's what I think of. Yeah, when I think of a library.
Like teachers would probably use it on like
but I thought it was
day they're hungover or something. Kids, Shelly's got to sit here for a second. Watch this cartoon about
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, Feifel Goes West. Be like, this is barely history. These are mice and cats.
Yeah, but it's been really cool because these programs and this software, you can go online and just put in a name and put in like a domain or kind of like a realm that you want to search in, like the Cincinnati Enquirer, and it'll search back like 100 years, over 100 years of Cincinnati Enquirer postings. Wow. And it has the postings documented. So it's like looking at an old Cincinnati Enquirer from 1915. And it is searchable. So I was finding articles about like my great-great-grandpa in the Cincinnati Enquirer and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I didn't realize about researching ancestry. It's not just like putting in a name and searching family trees. You have to connect the dots and say, okay, this article references that this person is this person's dad, and he was here and here. So and you have to connect that with like a grave that you found. He's buried here and he died. So it's kind of doing... So
it's like a puzzle, like a mystery map.
Yeah. It is, yeah. And it's something I never even... tried to do before. Yeah. And it's cool. And I think Ancestry.com does a little bit more of the connecting the dots for you.
But you probably still have to put in some of the effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So
unless someone else... It seems like if someone else is kind of have like part of that wire network already done and you go in like, oh, I want to look up another P-Funk or something. No, I'm just... Flume. And someone kind of close to your family has already done that portion, like... that came over from America, they might have, I don't know.
You can just use it.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. So that's cool. We have up to the point where they migrate to the United States. So up until my great-great-grandpa, my great-great-grandpa was the first person to actually live in the United States. He came over on like a boat from Germany. Yeah. We don't know after that, anything past that. So now the next step is just to make the connection between the United States and Germany and figure out.
So somehow how he came to the Midwest or something?
Yeah, or just whoever his dad was.
Oh, I see.
And if we can figure out who his dad was, then it's like, okay, we can definitively say that this is where they're from.
Oh, I see.
And this is where we can visit and maybe find that gravestone.
Cool. That sounds like something fun, like if I was bored, because I live close to the Cincinnati Library.
If you were bored.
Yeah, like on a rainy day or something, go to the library downtown.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Something I never even considered doing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, that's cool. When are you planning on doing the European or the German trip?
That might happen in June.
June, okay. Yeah. I was wondering if summer or...
Yeah, it'd be a summer thing. Gotta start saving the dough.
So just you and your dad?
Yeah. Well, so I think my brother wants to go too.
Oh, that's cool.
My grandpa might also go, but who knows?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It'd be a sweet fam trip.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
You want to come with us?
your family would be like, I'm sure your family wouldn't mind.
Any listeners of the P-Funk and Fro Show
there's just
are welcome to join me on my Germany vacation.
Actually, like 10 people show up.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, I'm bringing these friends. They're coming to see Granddad.
I'm like, can we swing by Gormantown in Ireland?
Wouldn't it be awesome if there were people left from like our family that still lived there that we could talk to?
And they'd be like, get out of here.
Yeah, they'd be
no, I'm just kidding. We came all this way. No, they'd probably like,
They think we're Mormons or something.
Take you in, feed you.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do something like that, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like Ireland's dreary.
Dreary?
Yeah.
Ireland's supposed to be like mega green and nice.
Yeah, I picture green.
You're
like rolling hills and stuff.
But you also picture dreary?
Yeah, I don't know why. Rainy.
Is it rainy?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm getting this
that's
from.
Why it's so green, is it rains all the time.
Yeah, maybe.
So on top of that, I've also been trying out these other methods of working out, right?
On top of
the historical research.
Oh, okay.
Family research.
But I mean, like, aren't you normally doing the workouts after work plus the yoga?
Yeah.
Are you doing something on top of that?
Yeah, so that's kind of been falling out recently, mostly because my yoga membership has expired.
Okay.
So now it's like, it would be really easy to renew my yoga membership.
Yeah.
but it's also costly.
Now I have a question. Do you think you could? Oh, it's not going to be the exact same experience, but do you think you could YouTube free yoga lessons and it would be kind of the same, or is it the atmosphere with the other people that kind of get you in the zen? What would you not? Even if you haven't done it here, like tried it, do you think it would be remotely the same?
So let's go down that road, right?
Because I feel like because there's some even like Android apps that you can just for yoga.
So you're gonna love where I'm going with this, right? So I was at my parents' house this weekend, and my dad's like, "Hey, I've been using this app. It's called Abs and Core. You should try it." Okay. So it's just an app, and there's a dude on there doing the workouts. Yeah. And you can put in how long you want to work out, and it's like, you should listen to this Spotify playlist while you work out because it's great for this workout. Yeah. And you just watch them and do the workouts along with them. It's free. Yeah, there's one for abs and core, there's one for upper body, lower body, or whatever. Yeah. And they're all fantastic. So I'm like, if I can do this with regular working out, why can't I do this with yoga? So I got a yoga app on my Android phone. Yeah. And I tried it for these past couple days. Really? And it's like not just as good, obviously, but it's good enough.
Is it?
Yes. Okay. It's awesome.
I downloaded one just to check it out. This was over a year ago, just to see what's up. And I kind of looked at some of the things, but I was wondering if I wasn't going to get like the full, I don't know. It just seemed like experience. It would have been weird doing it at the house.
Yeah. Do you have a yoga mat?
I mean, back in when I was doing like the boxing, I had like the mat underneath it, but I don't have it like with me right now.
Gotcha.
So
you definitely need, because
I was doing like floor stuff with that mat.
Yeah.
I would just pull it away from the heavy bag. So I was doing like gymnastic-y type stuff that I remember from my childhood. Yeah. But I didn't do any like formal like poses like a yoga. But I do a lot of stretching.
Gotcha. Yeah, you could totally use that for yoga. But
yeah, I think I might bring it down.
So the app, it would be totally great for beginners because you can pick beginner 1, beginner 2, intermediate, advanced, different levels, and however long you want to do it for.
Maybe I will incorporate that in.
You should try.
That'd be a nice post-workout. Do they have like 20-minute things or?
Yeah, they have everything from 5 to like 60 minutes.
Because I started yoga. Because I do the stationary bike, then a rowing machine right now, and then for my post-workout down, like to come down type thing, I walk every floor of my building and then back down. So just like
a cool down.
Yeah, you're still kind of moving, but it's not like as intense. So I try to go like kind of hardish for an hour. But then I was like, why don't I just walk the building just because there's always something new.
Yeah, but it's a sweet building.
But it seems like, right. And 5 floors of that, it's actually longer than it seems like it would be. But I think I might try doing that.
Dude, I highly recommend these apps in general.
I'll have to get my pad,
Yeah, but I've got like a whole stack of these workout apps on my phone now.
Yeah, do you use like one main one or just so people can...
This one main company makes these apps for the different regions of your body. So the ones that I use mainly are Sworkit apps. So like it's supposed to stand for like Simply Work It, but it's Sworkit. So if you just Google Sworkit on the Android store, okay, exactly, or the App Store, because my dad has it, he's got an iPhone. It's a bunch of white backgrounds with orange symbols on them. Okay. And whatever you want to work out, you just download the app for that, and they guide you through it, and it's fantastic. Okay. I just did the upper body one, and I was like, how much arm strength stuff can you really do without any weights? Yeah. But my freaking arms were dead after that.
Is it using your body weight?
Completely body weight stuff.
Okay.
Started out with push-ups and then did all these other kind of weird things.
But like, I always think of yoga as like slow, like breathe in. This isn't a
yoga app.
Oh, this is just general.
These are just workout apps. The yoga app that I downloaded is called Down Dog.
Down Dog.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's a yoga.
That's the best. I mean, what? I've never been to a yoga class.
What are you talking about, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm just guessing. Down Dog. I'll have to remember that.
It's called Down Dog, and it's awesome because it's basically the same thing as these workouts. Okay. There's somebody on the screen doing the exercises so you can watch and follow along, and there's an instructor talking you through them. Oh. So if you're experienced and you know what a down dog is, you can just listen and they'll guide you through it like you're at a yoga exercise. And you can dim the lights and get on your yoga mat and do it the same. It's perfect. And I get the same. Barry White on? Yeah, you can put on your blue lights that you have hanging in your window.
Where people think I'm like constantly rave partying. Yeah. There. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Someone outside, like they were waiting, or they were smoking or something, and we were coming in. And he was like, "Oh, is that where you live?" I was like, "Oh yeah." It was like some party weekend. Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, that's my place." He's like, "Oh, the rave apartment or something."
Rave apartment?
Like rave party apartment. I was like, "What?"
And that's.
Yeah, because the heater at work said I was gonna attract attention. I was like, well, yeah, whatever. And no, yeah, he wasn't the only one. There's a couple people have mentioned it that I just strangers like, oh, what's the blue lights or so he called it a rave party apartment or something.
So quick backstory, you've told it on the podcast before, but you have like basically blue Christmas lights or LED lights.
Rope lights.
Rope lights. Yeah. Okay, hanging LED up around your giant window in your apartment.
So I outline the entire window with these blue lights, and I watch it. For like movie time, it's like the perfect like.
Dim
where you can still see around, but it doesn't take away from the movie. It's mood chilling. Lighting, chill light. But I don't know, that might be too chill for yoga. I might like
no,
really.
With the exercise can be intense, especially when you're doing balance, because one of the exercises, if you can picture this, you're standing just regular, and then the next part you just bring your knee up, so you're only standing on one leg, but you're holding your knee.
I can do it.
After that, you take, so if your left knee is up, you take your left peace fingers and your thumb and grab your big toe and then extend that leg out. And that's when it gets crazy.
Yeah.
So you're not going to fall asleep doing that.
Yeah, I was kind of doing something like that, but I would tuck my foot up underneath, kind of on my thigh, and have my one leg sticking out like this. Yeah. And then I would just hold it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Let me get a picture of this so use it as the header image for the podcast. So for those of you wondering what Anthony is holding his leg doing, look at like this. Hang on.
Like to my thigh.
There we go. Oh, okay. I think I got. Oh, there we go.
Now it just looks like I'm saying, "Oh shucks."
That's perfect. That's the header image. I haven't put together any thumbnails recently because I haven't downloaded the app to my new phone yet.
Yeah, the Photoshop app erase on Facebook after a week. It's really weird.
Do they?
If we don't use the generic, at least on mine.
That's really strange.
Yeah, if we don't use the generic P-Funk Fro Show.
Yeah.
That Danielle so graciously made for us.
Shout out to Danielle.
Whoop, whoop. Blast from the past.
She hasn't been on the podcast yet. She needs to.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need to. Yeah. But so all right, I might try doing that as my post workout because. Yeah, why not? Or at least while I'm like cooking my chicken and rice meal.
Yeah.
Because right now I have like a little door basketball hoop.
Yeah.
That I just like play basketball, listen to news, and
I still think it's hilarious that you have
I love it. So yeah, I bought this basketball hoop to go over my door for the main purpose was just so I can do something more physical and like fun.
Yeah.
While I'm cooking.
So you got a mini basketball hoop.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Physical.
Because my floor is concrete. No one lives below me. And even I have the tall ass ceiling, so I can do these huge rainbow shots. From downtown. It's fun. Have like nightly news on. Yeah, it's great.
And just do basketball shots.
I love it.
So where do you have the hoop hanging up?
Oh, my front door.
So you're
facing
standing
in, yeah.
So how long are these shots? These all 3-pointers?
Oh, I'll do it from the living room. I like bounce the ball off the wall and I catch it in midair and do like a twist shot. I get like heated. Like if I have like a hoodie on, just because it's winter,
Yeah.
I have to take the hoodie off and I'll be in
did Patrick use it when you guys hung out and Patrick likes it? I remember Patrick being excited because I immediately
it's fun.
I made fun of you pretty much immediately.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but everybody that like especially dudes I don't know, like they're just like give me that ball. Like they want to just try to shoot from downtown.
I would do the same thing.
Oh yeah, and I have two. There's like
still making fun of you.
Fake leather balls. And I just keep like feeding it. It was Patrick and someone else.
I want to try to call Patrick and talk about it.
Okay.
He
won't answer. He knows we podcast here. He's probably got on his phone, do not answer phone calls from 4 to 8 p.m.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. We're still going to try to call him.
All right.
Maybe every week, maybe every other week. Doesn't matter. Until he picks up. On the last episode, we're going to call him. He's going to answer. Whenever the last episode.
The last episode will be like gray beers. Just kidding.
I didn't even have his telephone number.
Telephone?
Here we go. All right, we're calling him.
Is it on speakerphone? Speakerphone that?
Sure is now.
You've reached Patrick.
Here we go.
He ain't gonna answer. So.
Come on, Patrick.
Yeah.
Answer this time. Come on, Patrick.
It's fun. I want to play a horse. So if I have enough time before we go out to the bars or something. One night. To get a game of horse in there. That'd be fun. Because you bounce off the walls in the kitchen.
God,
I knew it. Told you. I'm going to have to start betting on this.
We're leaving a message next time.
All right. That's cool. Yeah, we'll do our daily or our weekly call to Patrick. You know what? We should If he never answers, we could just make up a voice for him. We'll just have a conversation with that. We'll have him as a guest anyways, and just say what we think Patrick would say.
I could do a Patrick impression.
I don't think I could. I don't know.
Really? Just like
the voice. I don't know if I could do it.
Just kind of talk like this.
I don't think he talks like that. Patrick does not sound like that.
No, it doesn't. It's not pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
But yeah, so that's fun. And plus, I figure I'm like, it might burn an extra 50 calories. What the hell ever.
50 calories, you think?
Probably. I mean, I get warm. I mean, it's like for almost 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just not like constantly jumping around and like being a nut job by myself. But I'll like watch the news and then do a shot. And you're like bending over constantly. You know.
And when you say do a shot, you mean like shoot a hoop? You
don't do massive shots of rum. No, yeah. So I love it. That's my little
that's
thing
fun.
now.
That's fun. Do you play real basketball?
I did back when I was younger.
Did you? Like on a real basketball team?
Yeah, I wasn't that good.
Were you on the Harlem Globetrotters?
I actually was. Yeah, I was a junior member, and
you were the guy that spun the ball.
I met Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan was on the Globetrotters?
Yeah, I slam dunked on him. I was like, suck it.
So Ronald Reagan was a Globetrotter.
No, he was just a guest.
Oh,
this path.
I don't know.
I did. I played one season. I didn't really like basketball.
You weren't into it?
No.
I
pick up sports decently well, but for some reason that and what was the other one? I just didn't.
Hockey.
It just wasn't my thing.
No.
Soccer wasn't my thing. So much running, I think.
Yeah. I think I've told the story on the podcast about my one and only soccer practice.
Oh, yeah.
Did I talk
Younger?
about it? Yeah. Walked on the field, ran up and back, and I was like, this is enough.
Oh, yeah.
That's enough running.
This is enough of me.
That's enough.
I think it's just the constant running. I think I would enjoy maybe indoor soccer, but I feel like that's constant running too.
Yeah, it's no different. It's just inside.
Yeah.
So you're protected from the elements while you're running. That's the only difference.
But I feel like there's less, the length of it's less. So it's like running down.
You think there's shorter fields or something?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Is it? I don't think it is.
Really?
I don't think indoor soccer is.
It seemed pretty
Have I
small.
ever been to an indoor soccer field?
I have. Yeah.
I have not. So
I'm trying to relate it. I've been to an indoor soccer field much more recent than an outdoor one.
Really?
I think they are smaller. But yeah, it seemed like more burst and then kind of like, I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, so soccer, basketball, not my thing.
Nah, I got you. You're just an acrobatics kind of guy.
Well, I play tennis. That's a lot. But
Tennis
that's like,
is sweet.
I can do like quick burst, I think.
I'm the same way. I
like
prefer like
burst.
a quick burst thing.
Yeah. I can
Long
do that.
distance stuff, like cross country, is the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
It's the hardest thing in the world.
But I really enjoyed tennis. Yeah.
Yeah, tennis is fun. Mario tennis is fun.
Yeah, I was on the tennis team in high school.
I did. Yeah, I completed the Star
Mario
Cup.
Tennis. Right. Like, wow.
And on that note, Anthony, let's take a break.
Whoop.
Let's take a quick break and talk about important business
Break it.
details.
Break it.
Right back with episode 38 of the P-Funk Refresher.
Yeah.
You have been brunching a lot lately.
Did
you eat brunch before you moved downtown?
I mean, I would go out to brunch with Tom and Kate. Yeah, so I guess I just love brunch.
Brunch is fantastic.
I love breakfast at lunchtime. Again, I don't know if I brought it up before. Wait, are we starting?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, so I don't eat breakfast. So if I want breakfast food in my life, it's got to be at lunchtime.
What if
hence the brunch?
Did you have breakfast food at dinner time?
I could, but they
just take a second to compute that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Last time I had that, I don't know.
It's probably
a long time.
It's definitely a treat because honestly, breakfast food at breakfast time is a little ridiculous if you think about it.
What do you mean?
Because let's think through the breakfast foods that we have available to us, right?
Eggs,
pancakes. That's cake. You put syrup and butter on it.
Even more sugar.
You're just eating cake.
Yeah.
And it's okay because it's a breakfast food, right? Bacon.
Wasn't like a muffin a little cupcake without the icing?
Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of muffins.
It's still a whole lot of bread.
Sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, and sugar. chocolate chips. I almost bought a muffin at Starbucks because it looked delicious. Because it was chock full of chocolate chips.
Chocolate, yeah.
Good stuff.
Blueberry muffins.
Yeah, let me tell you a story about some pancakes I made this weekend. Okay, so made pancakes.
Yeah.
Right. Had 2 left over. So I text my roommates, my group text my roommates. I'm like, you guys, there's 2 pancakes
Are
left.
they just regular or infused?
So I made them with Alex.
Okay.
They were chocolate chip pancakes with cinnamon and vanilla in them.
Holy crap.
They were freaking delicious pancakes.
They sound good.
They're good. And of course we covered them in syrup.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter what the pancakes tasted like. But there were 2 left over. So I text the group text my roommates, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I got 2 pancakes left. You guys, I'm going to leave them on the table. You guys can come eat them.
Yeah.
And then I left for Indiana for 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
Came back, and I go to microwave something, and them 2 pancakes are just sitting in the microwave.
What the hell?
Like they just
Traveled from the table?
like somebody put them in the microwave with intentions, left them in there for days.
So at least there was some effort.
Yeah.
I guess. Or maybe they like put them in there and then passed out and then woke up and was like, what am I doing on the kitchen floor? Oh well. And then went back to their day.
And then nobody needed the microwave for days.
Oh yeah, that's also weird.
So I was trying to microwave my Chinese food.
It's like a triple weird. Yeah.
Ain't having it. So guess what?
You put your Chinese food on
So
your pancakes.
I took those pancakes out.
Yeah.
Promptly ate them. Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of fresh in the microwave.
Nope, not fresh at all.
Yeah.
But I was like starving. I'm
Yeah.
eating them. Ate them. Microwave Chinese food. Ate that too.
What a combo. Chocolatey cinnamon pancakes. So you ate basically a dessert before your meal.
And it was Chinese
a breakfast
food.
Dessert, no less.
So I ate cake and then Chinese food,
Ugh.
which is not healthy for you.
And that combo is just
Yep.
weird.
It's a weird combo. But at the same time, I worked out later. So
Yeah.
I'd like to think that at least kind of balances it out.
That's good.
What's up, everybody? Welcome
up?
back to episode 38 of the P Funk and Fro Show. Join us online, facebook.com/group/pfunkandfro. Meet some friends.
Whoop.
Get prompt updates.
Get down with some friends.
Talk to Anthony.
Yep. I'll
Hey.
respond back.
He will. He'll be up. He'll be up in there. I always know that if I don't respond to a post,
Yeah.
you're gonna be on deck waiting to respond to that post.
Yeah, I tend to respond
good.
to those.
You're pretty good.
Not
Pretty
bad.
good at that.
I try to go on Facebook once a day,
Yep.
at least.
That's good.
But
Check 'em
yeah,
out.
for some reason, like I've been on Facebook a ton, but now it's like fading out again. It comes in waves, like a
Yeah.
lot of things in life. It
Yeah.
ebbs and flows.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Ever since like my phone broke, or I think it's even before that. I think it's another one of those Canada things. Ever since coming back from Canada,
Okay.
I feel myself getting sucked into Facebook every once in a while, and I'm like, no, and I just put my phone back down because it's easy just to pick it up and scroll for hours, and then
See,
time is gone.
I think Reddit has filled that entire gap of what
Same
Facebook
thing.
can give me.
Same exact
Because
thing.
when I go on Facebook, all this stuff on Facebook is like a week old.
Yeah.
Like I've already seen it, or it's just nothing I care about at all. Like, okay, so that sounds terrible. So I care about what I do care about on Facebook is like seeing people's photos and like genuine like updates to things, not just I don't know. Like it's the spam, it's the reposting.
Yeah.
A lot of that's just junk,
Mhm.
and I've obviously people complain about it before, but yeah. Because Reddit, you can just tailor what comes up in your feed, whereas Facebook, it's tailored by what
Your friends
who
want
you
to
know.
see. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So it's I don't know, it's just a whole different thing, and I think it feels like watered down and not really that. I don't know.
I know what you mean. It's definitely it's not tailored.
Yeah, right.
Whereas
yeah, subject
Reddit's
matter,
a little bit
yeah.
more tailored.
No, I'd rather see like family photos and like what people's adventures are going on, things like
Mhm.
that. That's what I like to see.
Right.
So I do scroll through it, but honestly, I don't really. I use it more of like a communication platform.
Yeah.
A
Same.
lot, like to send out info, receive info, party invites. I like that kind of stuff. Like when people actually invite me to things on there, it's just nice to click like maybe, yes, blah, 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 see who's going.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
It's great for organizing and
Yeah.
keeping track of people. I do the
Yeah.
same thing.
Except for your friends that you forget don't go on Facebook often.
Yeah.
And you like invite them. Yeah, New Year's Eve thing, there was a handful of people like, what?
Like, is he even...
I was like, yeah. And they're like, I didn't get any, like, you didn't tell me.
yeah.
And I was like, check your Facebook. Dang it. I didn't think to not do that because I invited like just tons expecting like almost no one to show up.
Right.
But whatever.
Mm-hmm. And Dave showed up and he brought meatballs, so
Yeah, he brought meatballs and he stayed for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. So it has its uses, but yeah, I tend to try to stay away from it nowadays because it sucks me in.
Yeah.
Sucks away my life force.
That's probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I'm going to pick up, so I'm watching my mom's dog this weekend. I think I'm going to pick up reading books, actual physical hard books.
Wow, dude.
Again, so
That's funny.
I used to have, well, I still do, but I used to always bring with me all my books in my bookshelf, but now I just do not feel like lugging that around.
You used to bring them with you? What do you mean?
Wherever I moved, my books came with me.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I have these 2 giant bookshelves, and books in boxes is very heavy.
Yes.
And like my friends would even be like, "What in the hell do you have in here?" I'm like, "They're books." And like, "Why do you have like 8 boxes?" I just love them. I don't know. It's like almost like collecting.
Yeah.
And
There's something cool about like reading in a physical book.
Yes.
It's not the same as reading on an e-reader.
And yeah, because I have a Kindle too, and they serve a good purpose. So if you're like traveling around airports or even going on a beach, it's nice to have a Kindle. But if you're like in your bed or even like riding your bike to like a local spot and getting like a beer and reading, it's so much. I don't know. There's
something enrapturing about actually having physical pages.
Yep.
I completely agree.
So I think I want to get back to that. I think I'm going to reread The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Really? I was going to ask you.
All 5 books in one plus a short story.
Are the rest of them good?
Yeah, all of them are good.
All of them are good.
Yeah,
gotcha.
There's one, I think it's the 4th one, kind of dips down a little bit and then rockets back up to the 5th.
To the 5th one?
Every series has that like, it doesn't go down, but it, like even House of Cards, like something. Netflix, just has like a plateauing effect.
Yeah.
And then it just gets better again.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, I mean, the first book is just a gem. All of them are a gem. But yeah, I just missed Douglas Adams, and I remember. So I actually bought a gold leaf leather-bound Hitchhiker's Complete Guide to the Galaxy with like one of those bookmarks, the fabric bookmarks. Yeah, so real fancy.
Oh man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and I bought it way back in the day. I mean, like when I graduated college, like over 10 years ago. And I bought it for like, this is when I reread this. I'll reread it when I know it's time in life. And this book is specific because I have my original.
So
and I don't want to travel around with that.
Yeah.
Because I love that one so much. Because that was my first experience with it.
Right.
And yeah, the other one, it was like, this is for when we reread it. This is like the special one. So I'm going to find that. And I think I'm going to bring that back down after watching The Dog this weekend.
The Dog.
Yeah, and I worked this weekend. But yeah, so I think I'm going to get a couple other books. So I have like 10 to 15 books that because I got addicted to buying on Amazon. So I read most of the books that I have. It's just, I stopped reading but kept buying. It was one of those things where my reading slowed down, but I had this backlog of books so I kept ordering.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got to stop and read these before I order more. Then I never really got back into reading again. Yeah. One of those things.
Right. That's fine.
So I have a backlog, a decent amount that I'm interested in. So I'll go through those.
Interesting.
So I think I'm going to do that this weekend. That'll be fun.
So would you say you're mostly into the fiction books then?
But I'm actually right down the damn middle.
Really?
I love fiction and nonfiction.
I see.
Nonfiction really excited me, especially around like college time.
Historical nonfiction?
Yeah. I mean, I'll go into that. Like I love prehistory nonfiction. So like the origins of like humans, and I love like
I see.
Sociology and psychology, things like that. Like just like how humans are in certain realms or what's going on in the world with this. Like I was into peak oil back in the day, so it was like really interested in me. But not like some sort of conspiracy. So a lot of people hear peak oil, they're like, what? Like you're trying to guess when the world's going to end. But I looked at it in a geopolitical like type of like realm, like who's going to be on top. Like just looking at like the puzzle pieces, trying to like predict basically. It's kind of a fun mystery, like when is it going to happen. And
so when you say peak oil, what do you mean?
Like the peak oil production of the world. That's when it kind of like there'll be like a massive shift in just how we do things. So like electric cars are starting to become like way prominent now, but you still have to get energy somehow with that, and it's not going to be oil.
Right.
So back in the day, this kind of ties into my like prepper days.
Preppier days?
Yeah. No. Prepper.
Prepper
like,
days.
Prepping for calamities.
I see.
The reason why I had all that rice.
I thought you meant preppier as in like when you went.
Oh yeah, I think I've said it. Yeah, we've come across that, right?
Like
so prepper, there's even like a TV show called Preppers.
Oh, okay. So
and
you're talking
basically like
apocalypse stuff.
That type of stuff. But I never really got that deep into it. But it was like just more like preparing for anything. And you're supposed to have like a month's worth of emergency supplies or something like that. But that kind of tied into, that's what fueled that, was the peak oil readings I was reading. But the thing is, it'll happen more gradually than what a lot of these authors are saying. But it was just interesting to see how like Saudi Arabia and all those countries in the Middle East have like this influx of like cash out of nowhere. It's just interesting to read about how that affected their culture and what's going on. Like one phrase I'll never forget is this, like, I think it was a Saudi prince or a oil tycoon. I can't remember who it was, but he basically said, my father rode a camel, I drive a car, my son flies in a jet, his son will ride a camel, or something alluding to that. So basically they understand. Yeah, it was like some prominent dude. You can Google that and figure out who actually said that, but it was basically like they know it's like a glut of cash.
Yeah.
You know, like
a bubble. Pretty much
so they're building all these big cities and ski resorts in the desert and stuff, like indoor ski resorts. I don't know if you've seen photos of that.
Oh yeah.
Amazing amount of money to do that. So, but there's also like desalination plants. So they're doing it for good too, like building infrastructure for their like cities.
Right.
But I don't know. So I really like nonfiction, like you said, like a lot of history based, a lot of like prehistory things before written history. Just
general
things
stuff.
like that. Yeah.
I see.
One of my favorite books is Guns, Germs, and Steel. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of that.
What's that about?
Prehistory. So it's about the origins of the human race and how they spread around the globe, the planet. So it's really interesting. And just how different cultures rose to power easier, quicker, longer lasting than others, just because of geography and plague, like germs, like things being wiped out, things out of your control, but also like what is that word, metallurgy or whatever?
Metallurgy?
Yeah. So like who got the Bronze Age first, and that's who ruled and things like that. But also things that were geographical, where you had domesticated animals. So if you had domesticated horses, you're in battle, you could just destroy other armies that didn't have heavy
steeds.
Horse. Yeah. Apparently that was just brutal to like countries that had just foot soldiers. And when you have heavy armored horses come in, it would just decimate.
Destroy.
Yeah. So just throughout history, it's just interesting to see what actually you can get down to like little things like, because they had horses, they had access to domesticated horses.
Yeah.
They dominated. That was like a main reason.
That's crazy.
Or that's the main learned variable. How to make steel before the other people, and they were still in bronze. Because even that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You just slaughter people.
Made that big of a difference.
Yeah, and then the victors write history, so that's, you kind of have to like weave through the things that are left over just to figure out what those conquered cultures are. That
is cool.
Interesting, yeah.
That is cool.
But it's an excellent book. It's a pretty long book, but Jared Diamond does an excellent job.
Wow.
Keeping it entertaining. But he talks about every continent: South America, Africa, Indonesia, like the long canoes and everything. How because people are like, how the hell did they get to these islands out of nowhere?
Yeah.
But so interesting things like that. But I also love my goofy sci-fi, like Ultimate Guide to Hitchhikers.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
that's funny. I think I'm kind of the same way, except I think I lean a little bit more towards the fiction than the nonfiction, just because I like to get sucked up into a story and just kind of the escapism of it, putting your brain somewhere else and allowing somebody to just take you through an adventure like that. But I also think that I would be interested in more psychological books as well. Yeah. Because I like thinking about how people think and how the brain works and everything.
Well, have you heard of Malcolm Gladwell?
Macklemore?
No. Malcolm Gladwell with
I've heard of
Blink and Tipping Point, I think.
I don't think so.
Book called. Yeah, those are really good.
Interesting. Okay, maybe I'll look those up, because it's funny that you're talking about like getting back into reading, because I'm kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, I see your book.
Yeah,
right
I've got like a selection of things in front. I got like my 3DS Pokemon. I got this book.
But like with your fiction, there's no better character development than a good book. Like that's what I love about like fiction,
because they go on and
it feels like you know the character. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you reading now?
So along with the library card, dating somebody that's into books.
Yeah, that's good.
You definitely get more into books. But it's not like I'm doing it. No, obviously. It's just, this is, and it's funny because this used to be kind of my thing in the past.
Okay.
So when I was younger, I would read all the Harry Potter books in like second and third grade before they were all out. Not obviously all of them, but like I would read all the ones that were out at the time.
Yeah.
Within like a couple days, I would read all the books in class just ahead of time.
Yeah.
And just read everything. I would read constantly. And looking back on that, I wasn't sure if I was doing that because I really enjoyed reading, or if because just people expected me to like reading because I was supposed to be one of the smart kids. I wasn't sure looking back. So it was funny the other night. I was reading this book. It's The Book Thief. I've been reading The Book Thief lately. And I got to a point that reminded me of my olden days of reading, where I was just like blasting through the pages and like going through and flipping and just reading really quickly and getting so involved in the story that I was just blasting through this book.
Yeah.
And I just started laughing because it brought me right back to that time in middle school when I used to read constantly. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I used to really be into this kind
were
of
you
thing.
Also video gaming back then, or was that like
not
your main
near
pastime?
as much? So I did play video games back in the day, but really I didn't get heavy into video games, I'd say, until probably high school, really.
And what console was that? So to put it in console terms.
Right, so
before
PS3.
you got heavy, what did you have?
So before I'd start out with a PS1, and then I had a PS2, and I did some gaming on the PC with RuneScape and other free MMOs like that.
Yeah.
And I did go heavy on RuneScape for a while. Like freaking a year or two of my life was devoted to that game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I wasn't super heavy like knowing the history and knowing everything about games until like 2009 when I got my PS3.
Yeah, because that's when it was like real big.
Yeah, but if you're talking like the reading ages, I'd definitely say around 2nd up until 7th grade. And I think the reason that I fell off was because reading became an expectation. So you had to read for class, and I started thinking about it as work instead of fun.
Yeah.
So it's almost like because I was forced to read in school, I wanted to read less. I didn't think of it as a hobby.
Wow, I had like the exact opposite. I didn't start reading till college.
Right?
Like I would read, but not like what you were saying, like blasting through.
Yeah.
Like I had like books I read for fun, but I definitely was not like a brainy kid in like school.
But you were brainy in different ways. You had your own freaking...
I just didn't like school. Yeah. Like
BB gun business or whatever.
Yeah, like like making semi-automatic things. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I've already talked about it, but yeah, kind of supernova, not only like with partying at Ohio State with social things, but also
elevated thought, basically.
Yeah,
which is like awesome.
It was like a renaissance of like almost every aspect of me up there.
Which is exactly what college is for.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wait a minute, that's what it's for, and I actually... Yeah, that's another reason why I absolutely love that school that I always wear and talk about and root for.
What, you mean Michigan?
No. We're stopping this podcast to edit that out. No, I'm just kidding. Ohio State, 100%.
Oh,
but yeah, Iowa. But yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, it's
yeah.
But yeah, to bring it back, it's really interesting. It's funny that we're both getting into this right around the same time.
Yeah.
Again, you know.
Yeah, because I was talking to people about it too. So
yeah, it's fun. It's an interesting pack because it's something different, and I think the biggest reason that I haven't been more into reading now is just because I have so many other hobbies and stuff. Like it's mainly time, and I have a bunch of books that I didn't read. But reading is also something, and I didn't think about this until recently again, but it's definitely a skill that you have to build back up because we're used to in this day and age just reading a tweet and that's it.
Yep.
The length of time that we that we read things, it's a lot shorter than an entire book. So it took me a while to get back up to speed and get used to reinserting myself into a book and involving myself. And I'm back to the point where I think I can do that again and read fairly quickly.
That's good.
But it takes adjusting.
I had fears of that, and my thinking was I was so used to Reddit where, so when I'm on Reddit, I read a ton. Like, it seems like I'm just like, if you're on the internet, it's almost like watching TV.
Yeah.
But I'm reading a ton. It's just quick little bursts of info, and then like people's comments and like, hey, go here, look at this. Oh, that's cool. Look at this picture, reading. Yep. But that's my fear is that I'll get into a book and I'll be like, I want to see a donkey connected to a bunch of hot air balloons. like the internet, something that like Reddit just throws at you randomly, you know? Like that. Yeah. But I'm sure I can get back into it, especially with Hitchhiker's Guide. That should be
Yeah, especially with a book that you love.
Right.
Yeah, because it's hard when you're reading a book that you don't know anything about, because you have to go into it, you have to learn all these characters, and it really just takes a little bit of effort up front to get used to it. So if you're not used to reading more than 140 characters anymore, it can be hard. And it was definitely hard for me getting back into reading, but once I did, it's it's just a learning curve basically.
Yeah, my fear also, especially with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, is that the movie that came out.
Yeah.
Not that it was terrible. When I first saw it in theaters, like I went with a group of friends. Like most people liked it, and I was just like, it is not. I had the characters such ingrained in my head. But the thing, I've seen the movie a couple times now, so now I'm like, oh no.
Oh,
like
now you're
just
gonna
the
think
robot
of the
looks completely different in my head. Like I still have the images, so I'm hoping to like pound my old images of these people
back in your head,
back in there and get the movie out of there. So I was worried about that. That was another reason why I was wanting to wait a long time to read, just to wash my brain of the movie.
Yeah.
Not that it was super terrible. It wasn't the greatest, but just to wash the characters out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I think I'll probably pick up some fiction and nonfiction. I'm pretty excited about it. But I also want something to do when it gets warm out, so I can bring with my biking, so I can ride to like a park. My ultimate goal when it gets warm out is to exercise, like find a route that's like an hour one way and then an hour back, kind of like what I was doing on the bike trail, but more urban-y, into parks and stuff. And then at the hour out, stop, read, eat, and then hour back. That is something I would love to do on Saturday or Sunday, something like that. So I want to do something like that. So I'm working up to that. So even if I don't start like reading books now, I want to work up to that.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be a good adventure / escape.
Yeah, it's something. All those things, because your brain starts churning. And I kind of was doing that with my blog, where I'd like my 3 entries that I did.
Yeah.
But I would like ride somewhere, take out my Chromebook, and then write. And it was very relaxing, collecting my thoughts and things, not on the internet.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Because I would be at places where I just wouldn't have the internet on my laptop.
Which is nice.
And I just write. And so now I want to like read. Maybe I'll just read, right? Yeah, I kind of want to just like, I don't know. Right now, I just feel like I watch movies at night and then go to bed, go to work, watch movies, go to bed, go, Reddit, watch movies. It's because it's wintertime and
it's easy to do that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. So even during a week, I wouldn't mind doing that when the sun, stays up past 5 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, it just feels like you get off work and done exercise, and it's
dead.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
Dinner, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, I guess I'll watch a movie or something.
Yeah, exactly. But so
looking forward to that.
I just had a realization, Anthony.
Really?
We should start a book club.
Oh my! It'll take me a while to get past the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That'll take me a while. But what do you mean, like Oprah's book club, or like
I don't know
where
what
everybody's
Oprah
reading
does.
the same one?
I don't know what Oprah does, but if we hosted a book club in the P-Funk and Fro Facebook group, everybody in the group, if they wanted to join,
that would be
could read a book, and we can have a Google Hangout to talk about it.
Do we have enough people?
We have like,
I think enough people to read the same book that we want.
We got like 30 people. If we have 2 people, it's worth it.
All right.
If you think that's a crappy idea,
no, I just feel like
not you. I'm talking to the audience now. If you think that's I don't care what you think.
I'm just here.
If you think that's a crappy idea, let us know in the comments. If you think that's a great idea,
also let us know.
Let us know. Let us know over top of the people's comments that think it's a crappy idea, so you can dismiss them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that might be an interesting idea. That might be a fun thing to do. That'd be fun to
organize. And it would kind of force you to like read anyways.
Exactly.
Because other people.
Not too hard to organize. You could just be like, this is the book. Yeah. We could even do other things. We could do like a movie of the week. And like everybody could watch the movie and then come into a Google Hangout. We could talk about it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Like new movie or?
It doesn't matter. New movie. It's probably something that's streaming on Netflix or something.
Okay.
Like Amazon, so everybody can have access to it. That's actually a pretty cool idea, I think.
I wouldn't mind it. Especially during the winter, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Especially the movie part anyways.
Still a couple months left.
Yeah.
It'd be great audience interaction.
Yeah.
If you guys think that's a good idea, then let us know.
That's
think
true.
Other ideas. Also, let us know of your other ideas.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
But anyway, I think that brings us to the end of this podcast, Anthony.
Yeah, we danced around a lot of different subject matters.
It took us a while to settle on something.
But we didn't have any formal anything, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Let's see, what's on the table
We're kind of winging it the past couple times?
For the past couple weeks, there's been just the outline of a puzzle finished on the table.
And I like put my computer right in the middle of it.
In the middle of the outline.
It's been like that for a month, I would say.
For about, yeah,
3
it's
weeks.
been like a month now.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to fit. It's a 550-piece puzzle.
Oh, yeah, it's just daunting looking at
And
the
it's only
box.
2 colors.
Yeah, that is weird. It's like different shades of brown.
Yeah, it's that Zelda map.
Like
it's
a
hard.
yellow
Yeah,
map.
there's that. And there's not much here. So, if you guys enjoyed episode 38 of the P-Funk and Fro Show, come back every week. We're going to be here.
Do it.
Rain or shine. If it's snowing, we're going to be here. If there's a tornado, might not be here.
We might not be here. We might be a state away.
I
but
might not be in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
Tune in on iTunes, Android podcast services all across the universe. Find one that we're not on, let us know.
The answer is 42.
Write us in some questions. Leave us some funny pictures in the Facebook group. And go call your mother because she misses you. Austin!
Is that your mom's son?
Yeah. We'll be back next week. But until next time, we'll see you later.
Later.
Do they have hotcakes?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing them, but I rarely ever get hotcakes.
I made hotcakes this weekend.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about what
Isn't that
happened.
just a
with that.
pancake?
A what?
A pancake?
What's a pancake?
What the F? You know what a pancake is. Is that just a hot pancake?
I've had hotcakes.
I think that's the same thing.
Nobody says you're selling like pancakes.
What about pound cake?
Pound cake's good. Didn't make one of those.
But hot cakes look like they're pound cakes because they're like squished.
Squished pound cakes?
Yeah. It's a hot cake.
Yeah, pound cakes are really thick. But if you have a pound cake,
cake's pretty good.
pound cake's delicious.
Yeah.
I made a pound cake for a project once.
What?
Yep.
For like a science project?
It was actually in a
Men can bake. Science theory. Can men bake? Men can bake.
No, it was for some dumb class. I think it was sociology. I
Really?
don't remember why I had to bake it. I think
Yeah.
we were investigating our heritage,
Okay.
and I ended up
You hail from the
We had to-
capital of pound cakes or something?
well, we had to make some kind of food from where we're from,
Okay.
and I found this bunt pound cake that's
Oh.
I guess German,
Yeah.
but really it was just a vanilla pound cake, and
Yeah.
I put whipped cream and strawberries on it,
Ooh,
and let me
that
tell you
sounds
what,
good,
Anthony,
yeah.
I made a good pound cake.
Because pound cake is like that dense, thick.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Now you
It's
got me
good
craving
stuff.
pound cake. Never thought that would happen today. Like, what the hell?
Pound cake's so thick.
Yeah.
Let's start the podcast so we can talk about pound cake.
All right.
All right.